Good evening, brothers and sisters.
Good evening.
In the second reading, 1 John tells us, begins with, Beloved, see what love the Father has bestowed on us, that we may be called the children of God. Love. We hear the word love loosely used today. I love my cat. I love my dog. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my iPad and iPhone. I love, fill in the blank, and the list goes on. Why do we use the word love, and what makes us really say, I love? See what love the Father has bestowed on us, that we may be called the children of God. How is it possible for us to be children of God? It simply says God's love for us makes it possible for us to become the children of God. For John the Evangelist, love forms the binding relationship. When we are involved in a relationship binds. Let us examine and see what love the Father has bestowed on us. We see from the Genesis, God loved us so much that He created the heavens and the stars and the earth. He did not stop there. He created all the animals, the birds of the air, the fish of the sea. What more? He created us a beautiful garden to live in. All this in preparation for us. We are the pinnacle of His creation. Then He formed us in His image and likeness. We are His from the very beginning. He placed us in this garden to enjoy everything He created. This is God's first love. Then we sinned and rejected His relationship and cut off that bond. By cutting off our relationship with God, we also destroyed our relationship with each other. After the fall, Adam spoke to God. The woman you put here with me gave me the fruit to eat. Sin divides our relationship with God and with each other. God did not stop there. He sent Moses and gave the commandments. We could not keep it. The commandments are to benefit us, to love each other. 7 out of the 10 commandments is to love our neighbor. He sent the prophets and taught us how to mend the relationship. We could not do it. Finally, He sent His only Son. We see what He did to mend that relationship that was destroyed. What John is teaching us is that we become children of God through Jesus. Jesus is God's Son. He taught us God's way of life. By being His disciples, we are bonded in a loving relationship with Jesus as brothers. And by being His brothers, we also become God's children. What does it mean to be God's children? Today's gospel is about the Good Shepherd. If there is a Good Shepherd, there is also not so good shepherd. It is also the Vocation Sunday. In the gospel, Jesus says, I know my sheep and mine know me. What does it mean? And how do we know God, whom we cannot see? What does it mean that we know God? We know God through loving each other. We come to know God when we serve our brothers and sisters in the nursing homes. We come to know God when we minister to the poor alongside with the missionaries of charity. We come to know God when we bury the dead and console their relatives. We come to know God when we wipe away the tears of those sick and are in pain and are in agony in the hospitals. We come to know God when we pray for those who die of natural disasters. We come to know God when we are in solidarity with those persecuted Christians throughout the world. We come to know God when we simply be present to each other when a brother or sister is depressed, when a brother or sister is struggling with their studies, with addiction, when we sacrifice ourselves like He did for us. When we give ourselves to each other, we imitate Jesus on the cross. When we act and live as children of God, we come to know God, and others come to know God through us. Today, the faithful of the Holy Catholic Church are united as one throughout the world to pray for religious vocations. Our life united in love should continue to inspire others to join the religious vocations. It is God who loved us first. And when we love each other in return, we become children of God. Love knows no limit. If God, who loved us first and gave His Son, and we become His children, then the question I ask myself is, how far can I give my life for the one I love? How far can I give my life to a stranger? How far can I give my life for an enemy? Love forms a binding relationship. When we are in a relationship, love is reciprocated. If that is God's love for us, how much do we return that love to God?